Whoa, okay, a major tech leak just dropped, and it might be pointing to the next big shift in how we use computers. So get ready because it really looks like Android is officially coming to PCs. Let's break down what's going on and, well, why this thing might already be in some serious trouble before it even launches.
I mean, just think about it for a second. The exact same Android operating system that runs on billions of phones could soon be the engine inside your laptop. And this isn't just some far-off concept anymore. The evidence we have now, it's pretty clear this is actively being built.
All right, so here's how we're going to tackle this. First, we'll cover the rumors that have been floating around. Then we'll jump into the new evidence, the proof that this is actually real. From there, we got to talk about the big catch, the flaw in the plan. We'll see how it stacks up against the competition, and finally, we'll try to figure out what Google's big gamble is here.
Okay, so let's be real. This whole idea didn't just pop up out of nowhere. For a while now, we've been hearing these whispers of a partnership between Google and the chipmaker Qualcomm to bring that Android experience over to laptops and desktops.
And look, don't get it twisted. This is a huge deal. We're talking about an operating system with a massive app ecosystem, something that billions of people already know how to use. Making the leap to laptops, this could totally change what we even think a personal computer is. So, what was it? What's the thing that took this from just a rumor to something that feels, well, almost certain? Turns out, the clue was buried deep inside a developer code list. Okay, this right here, this is the key. The whole thing hinges on this. A developer spotted a post showing that Qualcomm is submitting code for its Snapdragon chips to make them work with the next version of Android, Android 16. This is our smoking gun, and it mentions something called a private code list. So, what on earth is that? Think of it like this. It's basically a private workshop where companies like Qualcomm send their code to Google to make sure it all plays nice with the next version of Android. So when we see this kind of activity, it tells us this project is way past the, hey, what if stage. No, this is happening. It is in active development. But, and this is a big but, as exciting as all this is, the specific chip they're talking about in this leak, it's raising some major red flags about performance. There's a catch, a big one.
Right, so the code points directly to the Snapdragon X Elite chip. And when this chip first launched for Windows, it was fantastic. A real game changer for ARM-based PCs, giving them some serious power and efficiency.
So if it's such a great chip, what's the problem, right? Well, in the world of processors, a year is like a decade. Time moves ridiculously fast. And that, my friends, is where the trouble starts. Just look at this timeline. It lays out the whole problem perfectly. The Snapdragon X Elite, right here, launching in early 2025. That's the chip for these new Android PCs. But now look ahead. By late 2025, you've got Apple's M5 coming out and even Qualcomm's own next-generation chip, the X2 Elite. What does that mean? It means these brand new Android PCs are going to be a full generation behind on the day they launch. Ouch. So, okay, how big of a deal is this really? Just how much of a disadvantage are we talking about? Let's put it in perspective. Let's look at the race it's about to get thrown into. So, in one corner, you've got the brand new cutting-edge chips from Apple and even from Qualcomm itself. And in the other corner, you've got the Snapdragon X Elite, the chip that these Android PCs are apparently being built on. It's like showing up to a race a full lap behind everyone else. And man, this chart just says it all, doesn't it? Just look at these benchmark scores. Even Qualcomm's shiny new X2 Elite chip, the one that's supposed to be better than the one in the leak, is already trailing Apple's M4 Max from late 2024. So if the new chip is already playing catch-up with last year's tech, just imagine the uphill battle that the even older X Elite is facing. So this puts Google in a really tough spot. A massive crossroads, really. They just can't win a raw performance race. It's not going to happen. So their strategy, it has to be absolutely perfect. Basically, they've got two roads they can go down. Option one, they can try to compete on performance, but that's a race they are pretty much guaranteed to lose right from the start. Or they can do something that might be a lot smarter. They can compete on price. But hang on, why would they even think about using an older chip? Well, it's not just about saving a few bucks. It could be about stability, right? Using a proven processor to get to market faster. Or maybe it's a strategic move to just completely sidestep that high-end premium market. By aiming for affordability, they could literally create a whole new category of laptops that are super functional but don't break the bank.
All right, so let's boil this all down. What are the key takeaways here? First, we've got really strong evidence that Android PCs are coming. It's happening. Second, it looks like they're launching with an older processor, the Snapdragon X Elite. Third, that means they're going to have a big performance problem right out of the gate. And finally, their entire success might just come down to one thing, being super, super cheap.
So that leaves us with the million-dollar question. Are these Android PCs dead on arrival, or are we about to see the ultimate budget disruptor that completely shakes up the PC market as we know it? I guess we'll just have to wait and see.